What's going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to come back to you and bring you my thoughts on Andrew Tate. And again, man, I understand that he's controversial right now. I get it. I totally get it. But the fact of the matter is, man, he is filling a void. He is filling a hole that has been left by our culture, kind of hating men, hating masculinity. But hey, look, guys, if you would, please like and subscribe.
Who gets to decide where the line is and whether people like Andrew Tate cross it? Are they part of a poorly understood movement that panders to teenage rebellion like punk rock or pornography? Or are we exposing young people to new and damaging experiences we often don't see and don't understand? It's a whole new world. There are more questions about it than answers, and we're not going to answer them by pretending it doesn't exist. Well, Andrew Tate joins me again now. Andrew, good to see you.
Salam alaikum, Piers.
Good to see you. I've genuinely been amazed by the reaction I've had in the streets. Not just here, but I went to Qatar for the World Cup, had the same thing there. A lot of people coming up about Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously, but also a lot of people coming up about you. And they were almost exclusively men, young men, who genuinely see you as a role model, as somebody who inspires them, as somebody they want to be like.
Yeah.
So it made me think, the first interview you had was quite combative, the second time, a shorter interview, less so. I want to try and work out, in this one, who you are, because it struck me as extraordinary that Google this week revealed some stats for the year. The number one person whose name followed people Google searching who is in 2022 was Andrew Tate.
Yeah, that's quite remarkable. I think there's a whole swath of the population, especially young men, that feel disenfranchised. They feel disenfranchised with the media machine and the things they're supposed to believe. They don't feel an affinity with the educational systems or the culture.
Now, one thing I wanted to also talk about is the thing going on with Andrew Tate and people who are so upset because young men follow people like Andrew Tate. And you're going to have that, over and over again, like we heard, over and over again. People are talking about masculinity as, toxic masculinity. And you hear that over and over again. And young men are looking for somebody to say, you know what, it's okay to be a man. And not only is it okay to be a man, it's okay to be strong. It's okay to be ferocious. It's okay, not about bullying people, but it's okay to go after what you want. It's okay to do what you want. Like Dr. Pearson said here. The young men that go and shoot up schools, they're not strong. They're weak. They've been torn apart by people, by society. They've been torn apart by this feminine imperative. They've been torn apart. And people like Andrew Tate, man, they're saying, you know what? And people like Dr. Pearson, they're saying, you know what? It's okay. And again, I don't know a whole lot about Andrew Tate, but there's a void. There's a void. There's a void in the market. And if you think what he's saying is wrong, then stand up and say something else. But don't leave the young boys sitting there with nothing, thinking that it's wrong to be a man. It's not. Stand up, guys. We've got to get together, and we've got to encourage our young men to be men. We got to encourage our boys to grow into men. But hey, look, guys, if you would, please like and subscribe. Thanks.
You son of a.